Hello and welcome. Don't change that dial. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the Trixie Show.
Okay. Back we go. Oh, you're the ones with Tita before, no? Welcome to the Central Factory. Can I help you? We are from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to meet with the factory head if we may. Estelle reached into her pocket, paused for dramatic effect, then flourished the introduction note. To meet the factory chief, Joshua looked stoic and tried not to roll his eyes. I see. Just a moment, please. Hazel used the intercom, keeping one wary eye on Estelle all the while. Sir, I'm terribly sorry to bother you during our... Yes, sir, the people from the Bracer Guild are... Yes, sir, right away. Thank you for waiting. Factory Chief Murdoch will see you now. His office is upstairs on the second floor. Nice, I didn't think he'd see us so quickly. Let's not keep him waiting. Excuse me, we saw your request on the bulletin board. Oh no, you're here already. I only just put in the request a little while ago. We just had come in to change assignments, so we were ready for work. Well, shall we get started then? That's fine. This is about hiring the temp librarian, right? Yes, that's right. It turned out to be much more of an ordeal than expected. What kind of ordeal? I'll explain that in a moment. Beforehand, though, I have a matter that I'd like you to help settle. Consider it a favor, if you will. What kind of matter are you referring to? The archives loaned out some books to various central factory departments. Sometimes they keep them past the due date and don't pay the fees. First, I'd like you to get our books back. What? That's simple. Where do we need to go? Let's see. They should be in the 3rd floor design room and the 4th floor lab and clinic. 3rd floor design room, 4th floor lab and clinic. Is that everything? Yes. Please come back once you have them. Okay, we will. We'll start immediately. Oh, almost immediately. I don't know what that is, but... Hey, I've been waiting for you two. Estelle and Joshua, right? Oh, yes, it's nice to meet you, sir. We're sorry to bother you at work like this. No, don't worry yourselves about that. The Bracer Guild, and Cassius in particular, have done a great deal for me in the past. It would be rude of me not to welcome his children. Huh? You know Dad? I guess you might say that he was my benefactor. It's no exaggeration to say that the Central Factory produces the finest ordnance in the land. Naturally, the confrontations over our craft have never really stopped. Whenever we had a problem, we'd always contact the Roland branch and have them come over. I see. That explains all the business trips then. And now my benefactor's kids have come to visit me themselves. So what can I do for you? I'm happy to help. Thanks, sir. It's kind of a long story. Joshua and Estelle explained to Murdoch about the events surrounding the mysterious black orbment. I see. Well then. Would you mind if I had a look at this orbment? Sure, no problem. Estelle produced the black orbment and handed it to the factory chief. Now this certainly is an oddity. It's obviously made from modern materials, but the caliber isn't inscribed anywhere. Caliber? You mean the numbers that are carved into the ornament's frame? Exactly. It's almost unheard of for an ornament to be produced without them. That's not just in Liberal either. Most other nations on the continent are the same way. It's been a tradition dating back to when the ornaments were first invented 50 years ago. Huh, you don't say. Still took out her combat ornament and eyeballed it suspiciously. You're right. There are numbers right there. Crazy. You just say that you've never noticed in all this time? Oh, you hush. But seriously, is it really that strange for one to have no caliber on it? It's pretty much part of that production process, and that goes for any orbital factory. It's as if this one were a prototype or something. So I'd imagine it wasn't made to entertain at birthday parties, if you take my meaning. So less with the sweet and awesome, more with the stabby hurty. Got it. Of course, I can't say for certain without looking inside. What is it? I can't find the maintenance cover. And now that I really look at it, it has no seams to it at all. How the hell was this thing made? I don't see any way to check out the inside of it. Aw, man. Would it be possible to cut it open? That might work, yes. But I'd hate to just break something belonging to Cassius like that. Okay. Maybe we should let that professor handle it. Oh, right. The one he mentioned in the note. Yeah, he should be able to tell us something. There was a note that was included with the orbit. Estelle showed Murdoch the note that was in the package for Cassius. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis. You wouldn't happen to know who this Professor R is, would you? Well, let me think. From the letter R and the people that Cassius knew, it must be Professor Russell. I thought so. Who's Professor Russell? And wait a second, how do you know this guy? I don't, but I know of him. He's the person who brought orbital technology to Liberal in the first place. Hey, you know your stuff. As I'm sure you know, orbits were invented by Professor Epstein. And Professor Russell was one of his disciples. 40 years ago, he brought the orbits and his knowledge back, and that's why Liberal is a technologically advanced nation. You might say that he was the father of the orbital revolution. Wow, now that is impressive. Man, I had no idea that Dad knew anyone like that. Even so, it worries me a little that you'll be letting the old prof handle this orbit. We have no idea what it is, really. Huh? Well, how to put this? For good or ill, he's a certified genius. When he gets an idea for a new invention in his head, there's just no telling what he'll do. Much like the time he was developing the first orbital airship. Just a far off one. I guess that a lot's happened. Sorry. I'm sure that he'll be able to figure this thing out. Go find him and ask him about it. It can't hurt. Thanks, Chief. Where should we go find him? Hold on a moment. Murdoch flipped the switch on the intercom. Testing. Ah, good. Actually, I've been looking for you. Sorry to bother you, but can you come here? Alright, I'll be waiting. What, did you just call the professor or something? Oh, no. He actually has a private workshop in town. He has all the latest technology at his disposal, so I know he can figure out something about that thing. Wow, he really must be a genius. Wait, then who did you call? His granddaughter. She works here at the factory. I'm sure the child will be happy to show you the way. The child? Excuse me? What? You? Oh, Estelle and Joshua. You mean that you know each other? Yeah, we only just met a little while ago, though. So then I guess that she's the professor's granddaughter? Exactly. Tita, I've been talking with Estelle and Joshua here. I'd like for you to show them the way to your house. To see Grandpa. Okay, I will. I appreciate it. Yes, if you learned anything, I'd love it if you came back and told me. As an engineer, I'm extremely curious to know more about this. Sure thing. If you'll excuse us then. Hey, I didn't think you'd be coming. And you're even the granddaughter of their famous professor. It's no wonder you're so comfortable with ordnance. Oh, come on. I'm still just studying under my grandpa. Oh, by the way, do you racers have business with my grandpa? Well, sort of. The situation is kind of complicated. We can explain everything once we see your grandfather. Oh, okay. My house is in the southwest corner of town. Get off the escalator and go straight until you reach the south entrance. Then turn to the west. And there it is. Got it. Well, let's get moving. Alright. Design room in 3F and 4F. Do that. We need a researcher who can help work on Arcel's new experimental engines. It's the center of the ship's design, so we can't have just anyone working in there. It won't be easy to find such a person, but we can't leave the Arcel's engine as it is. I think we may need a fresh point of view on it. Hey Tita, how'd it go changing those lights in the Combustion tunnel? Well, it went okay. Went okay? You did change the lights though, didn't you? Oh yes, I changed them all. Okay then, good work. You'll get a couple of bracers with you on that last assignment, eh? When I was younger, I got into all kinds of scrapes. Yes, I can imagine. I'll be careful. I can't find that blasted paperwork anywhere. It might be faster to just pull out all the blueprints and start over from scratch. Unseptium optical annals. In the lab and clinic on 4th. Oh, are you done? We brought them for you. All the books have been returned. Good, now. Yeah, all the books again. I thank you for your assistance. It's no big deal. We didn't have any issues. That's good to hear. In that case, perhaps I should go ahead and ask you for help with my favorite type of work. Oh, that's right. You mentioned having some significant problems somewhere along the line. So what kind of work is it? Just like before, we need some overdue materials returned. The book in question is called The Airby Woodpecker. We'll make a note of that. Right, Airby Woodpecker. So it's a book on birds, right? Yeah, I think so. The Airby Woodpecker is a pretty famous bird. Ah, I see. So do you have any clues for us? As a matter of fact, take a look at this. Approach the man of stone, standing in silence within the mountain village pond, and ye shall receive. Okay, I wrote that down. What the heck is it? It was written on a card that was taken from the book. Imagine that's some kind of hint as to its whereabouts. A hint of bad poetry, maybe. But it was only borrowed because someone with way too much time on their hands wanted to hide it somewhere? Evidently so. It's the sort of trick that researchers used to plan each other long ago. I have no idea what would possess someone to hide a book of all things. We certainly have our fair share of unusual characters. Isn't it surprising that any of them might follow such a bizarre custom? Why is everyone looking at me? Anyway, I'll leave this matter in your capable hands. Please bring the book back. Hey, hold on a second. Is this the only lead we have? I'm afraid so. But the guild sent you, so I have every confidence in your ability. Well, that's just awesome. Understood. It'll be difficult work, but we will do all that we can. You may have to search every nook and cranny in his ice, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'll be waiting here. When you do find it, please bring it back to me. Let's get the show on the road then. I look forward to seeing you again. Oh my goodness, it could be anywhere. This is my house. Oh, nice place. Professor Russell's here, and I think he's in the workshop. Through the store. We should go and say hi then. I'm home, Grandpa. Grr. Okay, maybe this way. Grr. This is the professor? Nice to, meet you. My name is Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. I actually came to get your expert opinion on, got it! Eek! I did it. It's finally complete. That's right. Who's the man? I'm the man. Yes, I should start testing it at once. Whoa! What the hell? I'm sorry, Estelle. Grandpa kind of gets into trance when he's working, and he doesn't really know what's going on around him. I think he just finished up the device he's been working on for the past few days. Ah, I see. He really is something. Oh, he's something, alright. I'm so embarrassed. Grandpa, there's some people here who need to talk to you. Oh, Tita, you've come at just the right time. I need your help with compiling the data from these tests. But Grandpa, this new invention will actually block a biosensor's orbit's detection faculties. It emits a unique orbital force field that deflects energy that a biosensor sends out when it scans. Oh, really? Yes, really. Since when do I overstate my own accomplishments? Now, come on, we've got testing to do. Right! Russell and Tita began working with some complex-looking equipment. Hey now. Never mind, Estelle. I think we should just let them be for a little while. Hey, you with the black hair. Who? Me? Who else? On the upstairs bookcase is a notebook titled Orbital Energy is Applied to Force Fields. Go get it. Go on, be quick about it. Alright. Hey, Joshua. Hey, young lady, you with the antenna hair. Antenna? Oh, no, you didn't. Quit farting around and make some coffee. Why should I have to make you coffee? I take it black, by the way. I want it clear as mud. You're not hearing a word I say. Fine, whatever. Yep, perfect. All set, Grandpa. Just as fast as ever. Oh. Where are Estelle and Joshua? Who? Come to think of it, I do vaguely recall a couple of young folks. Murdoch sent along some fresh faces, then, I presume? Grandpa. So Estelle and Joshua inadvertently wound up as assistants in the experiment. After many small but relatively harmless explosions and some singeing of the eyebrows, the day gave way to evening. Sorry about all that. I just assumed you were both new employees at the central factory. So it's only natural that you wound up being drafted as assistants. This is no laughing matter, especially since the only thing you had me helping with was making coffee. Girls can't bang metal parts together too, old man. Relax, Estelle. We got some valuable experience out of the deal in the end. I often just want to get to participate in startup tests on a brand new type of orbman, after all. Well, now, you're a bright lad then, aren't you? Want to give up this bracer nonsense and start up in the field of orbital engineering? Grandpa, I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I got caught up in the moment, too. You don't need to apologize, sweetie. But I thought the father of the orbital revolution was going to be some really amazing man, not some old fart with attention deficit issues. Please, you're too kind. Moving on. So I'm being paid a visit by the children of Cassius. That's quite the surprise. So you really do know our dad? Yes, from way back when. I've known him since his army days, some 20 years or so. I've met him too. He had the really nice mustache, right? Well, I don't know if I'd call it nice, so much as suspicious looking. But if he's known Dad for that long, it looks like we'll be safe in trusting you-know-what with Professor Russell after all. Yes, I have to agree. What are you talking about? What was it you wanted my help with? Well, Estelle explained to the professor the whole sequence of events surrounding the black orbit. I see. Wow, a pitch black orbit. Yes, most intriguing. And with no inscribed caliber or seams. Look at that frame, too. Professor Russell produced a cutting tool from his belt. Without a word, he pushed the blade's edge against the outer shell of the orbit. Wait, what are you doing? It's a special alloy steel cutter. Just as I thought. Here, take a look. Okay. Estelle and Joshua and Tita peered intently at the black orbit. There's not even a scratch. The frame is made from some type of metal that I've never before encountered. Opening it up for a closer look is going to be quite the task, I think. That's just crazy. If we can't find some way to open it, we'll be right back to square one. Well, I can certainly spend some time on trying. But first, I think that maybe we should put it under a measurement scan. A what now? That huge piece of equipment you saw when we were working on the experiment. It can gauge orbital energy activity in real time. You're making my head hurt with your technobabble. Just tell me what that thing will accomplish. To put it in layman's terms, it will allow us to see just what this orbit does. We won't be able to draw any definitive conclusions just from measuring what kind of orbital activity is occurring. But it's a start. And that should give us a major clue. Indeed. So, without further ado... Grandpa, shouldn't we have lunch first? Sure. Estelle and Joshua, you're both welcome to join us. I can't promise it'll be anything special, but... Sounds great to me. But we'll even help with prep. Alright, come on then. I've got a bit to do while lunch is prepared. No, I want to see it too. No way of working when I'm not around. My house, my rules. What's up with these two? Now I see where she gets it. Ahem. Now, if everyone is ready, let's get this started. Estelle, if you put the orbit on the stand. Okay. Like this? Yes, thank you. Are you ready, Tita? All set? Good, good. Now, commencing orbital force measurement test on the black orbit. Black orbits, that's going to be the official name after all. But using it officially is so boring and simple. Why not something cool like dark thingy of impending doom? No, simple is best. Anything longer than black orbit would just be annoying to say. Fidget, fidget. Aw, look at her, she's so anxious to start. Huh? Oh, Alright, let's begin. Tita, if you'll activate the scanner, please. Okay. Output set at 45. Put all measuring equipment on standby. Roger. Done. All measuring equipment is calibrated. Okay, from here on out is the real deal. Since no direct input or output was detected, all we can do is measure how the central crystal circuit responds. Now let's see just how much this contraption is really worth. You're sure in a good mood. And click. Neat. It's all glowing and stuff. I get it. It's putting a major strain on the crystal circuit. there. Tita, any readings? Yes. They're kind of weird. The tachometer needle's shaking like crazy. Now it's spinning around the dial. What? Eek! What's going on here? Joshua? It's that same black light from before. What? Uh-oh. Grandpa, it won't take much more of this. We have to shut it down. Don't you dare. Just a little longer and we'll have something. Wait a second, all the lights in town are going out. Huh? What in? Oh, we have no choice then. Terminating the experiment. Oh, they're back on. Whew. Let's see the readout. Nothing. It didn't record anything. And the only thing that kept working was the scanner on which the black orbit sat. But even that, well, as for everything else, good. It looks like the experiment's finished. How's it outside? Fine. All the lights are back, like nothing happened. There's still a lot of people panicking, though. Okay. Just what the hell was all that? That was what I would dub the orbital shutdown phenomenon. The what down? You mean how everything inside all the orbits just stopped working at once? So the black orbit did this? Yes, I've no doubt. But I never would have dared to guess that its effect would be so extensive. There's definitely more to this than I expected. Interesting. Most interesting indeed. Only you would think causing a blackout over an entire city is interesting. Professor! Ah, Murdoch, just the man I wanted to see. This feeling is not mutual. Every single time you invent something, it means trouble for me. What the hell were you up to that would cause all of the power downtown to go out? How rude. It's not even my fault this time. See that there? That's the black orbit, and it caused this. Is that the... Okay, I get it. If that's the root of this, then it's genuine extenuating circumstances. But it still means that this was your fault. Oh, nuts. You got me. That's it? They're just okay again? Are they always like this? This is so embarrassing. And so, the first day in Zeiss kept everyone busy. Due to how late it was, Estelle and Joshua stayed at the lab for the night. Man, yesterday was such a crazy day. I was surprised enough at the town, but I wasn't expecting to deal with anything like that. No kidding. Back on the subject of the black orbit, it's much more powerful than I'd ever imagined. Yeah, what's the prof gonna do now that his equipment's gone all kerflooey? Good morning, guys. Morning, Tito. Good morning. Quite a big day yesterday. No kidding. Did you guys sleep okay? Yep, like babies. Is the professor already up? Oh, he left for the central factory early this morning. He said something about how he was going to expose all the black orbit secrets. Wow, looks like getting roared at over by the factory chief yesterday didn't even put a dent in him. We really appreciate both of you taking the time to look over something a couple of relative strangers brought you. Oh, it's fine, really. Grandpa's investigating it out of pure curiosity more than anything. I should go to the factory myself once I'm done with breakfast. What do you plan to do? Naturally, we'll be coming with you. I want to know what's really going on with that orbit, too. Maybe there's something we can do to help. Yay! Then you can come with me. Uh-oh, I almost forgot about the soup. Just a second, you two. I'll bring you breakfast as soon as I make sure it's edible and not on fire. Guess that's what that smell is. The man would cutie. I wish we could take her back with us to roll it. She could be like a pet, cheering us up whenever we're feeling down. That's kind of creepy as all. And now that we've had a good breakfast, off to the central factory. Before we do that, I'd like to check in at the guild. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side. Well, okay. Hey Tita, would you mind if we stop there on our way? Sure, go ahead. Good morning. That was some day yesterday, wasn't it? When you're ready, we'd like your full report on it. Business as usual, Kilika? I've heard the basics from the factory chief already, but I'd like to expand that account with some first-hand details. Well, Joshua explained the details of the orbital blackout. I see. So the orbit that was sent to catch us in secret was in fact something dangerous. The guild is very interested in these developments. We need to continue working with Professor Russell for the present. We thought you'd say that. When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. Were you okay last night? I thought the lights had just broken or something. As in fact, when I got outside, though, the entire town was dark. I have to be a genius to know that something wasn't right about that. How are you? The workshop on the 3rd floor. Bah, another failure. Grandpa, we came to see if we could help. Hello, Tita. And you two are here as well, I see. What can I say? We were worried. So what are you working on? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to cut into the black orbit, but it hasn't been going very well. Oh no. What seems to be the problem? Perhaps the demonstration is in order. And click. Whoa, what's that thing? It's a circular saw, made of a special alloy that can cut through basically anything. That ought to do it then. And it stopped. I thought that might happen. It's on a smaller scale. It's the same phenomenon as yesterday. It seems like the black orbit is blocking the functionality of the other orbits, interfering with them in some way. And I doubt it was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights. Yeah. But Grandpa, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night? Yes, good thinking. This interference with nearby orbits seems to spread out, moving from orbit to orbit like chain lightning. I'd put the range about 5 hours, but if there are no orbits powered on within that range, well then, that's where the effect stops. I see. That makes sense. However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know why it causes sheaths to simply stop without getting a look inside it. It's very troubling. Is there any way to destroy the thing? Maybe with a big scream and a really hard whack? Don't be ridiculous. Didn't you see the big saw do exactly nothing to it just a moment ago? Well, yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire it? Maybe it'd melt down in the blast furnace or something. If we did that, the insides of it would melt too. Oh yeah, well, I was with a shot. Actually, it might work. Really? You know of a way to burn it open? No, that's not what I meant. Orbital power. That which drives orbits to work can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any orbital energy. Is there even such a thing? The combustion engine is a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea has been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an orbital engine. However, all you need to work on them are standard tools. Neat. I get it. Fire is the key. But Grandpa, I've never even seen one of them. I'm pretty certain there's one under study in the central factory workshop. Oh, you'll need to get fuel as well. Like oil or something? No, it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. It's likely a tank or canister of it stored in reserve. Yes, it should do the job. I'll start getting the tools ready. I'll help. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Tita can. Well, you could go and get the engine and gasoline. It's going to be heavy, but you racers should be strong enough to move it. Okay, leave it to us. So, where would we find these? Let's see. Don't tell me you've forgotten. I've forgotten. You just said not to say that. Estelle, if you look in the operations room, you could probably find them. What the heck is an operations room? It's a room with a bunch of orbital computers. It's on the 5th floor. We store all kinds of information there for safekeeping. Wow, I didn't even know there was such a place. Then I leave it in your capable hands. Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, man, well played. Alright, let's find this operations room. Through the 5th floor. That is not it. Wow, check out this place. This has to be the operations room. Hey, you two. I haven't seen you before, so do you mind telling me what business you have in here? My name's Travis, Senior Engineer and Supervisor. Nice to meet you. We're with the Racer Guild. We're here at the request of Professor Russell, so if... Professor Russell? He's not in trouble again, is he? Again? You really don't have much faith in him, do you? No, I mean, I realize that he's a genius. He was the one who developed the Capel unit after all, but even being acquainted with him results in no end of trouble. Tita, on the other hand, is an incredibly sweet girl, just an all-around good kid. Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't think we have time to stand around talking in this case. We need to find where the central factory stores its equipment. Oh, is this what this is all about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. This cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the Capel. These days, excuse me, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation, but this one is equipped for the fastest general-purpose data processing in the world. It can be used for anything from calculating material density to information retrieval. Now, for information retrieval, you have to use this front panel to select that mode. That will send the signal through the wiring and allow you to access the memory ornament. There's a quartz inside that trains a rapid light pulse on it, you see. And it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works now? Yep, no sweat. Okay, so wow, that went completely over my head. You changed the mode with this panel. I'm sure you figured it out in no time. Maintenance Chief Gustav. Yeah, it looks like there's more to say, and I can't get it to go down. Nope. Emergency stores 20 mid-sized tank repository ornament manufacturing factory. Okay. He's currently overseeing the airfield, so you'd have to go there to speak with him. Also, gasoline is likely in ornament manufacturing in the basement. Talk to the staff there. I'm sure they'd be happy to get it for you. Thanks, you've been a big help. We'll go to the basement first. Well, there was a guy standing there before, talking about his cans of gasoline. What kind of guy is he? I tried asking our friends, but they didn't tell me much. I just can't concentrate. Excuse me, what's that? May I help you? Can just at them by Professor Russell. You need gasoline? I think we have a tank of it back in storage somewhere. I'll check for you. Hey, you sick and drowned. This is Faye. I got a request down here. We still have that tank of caliber gasoline there in the warehouse, right? Can you send some down? Yeah, enough to carry. Thanks. They're sending some for you right now. Sending? Holy. There we are. Is this gasoline? So that's what sending is. Neat, isn't it? This conveyor belt system isn't just for ordering goods. It's an entire network that connects the whole facility. Convenient. Professor Russell invented it. Originally, it was just a series of tubes for sending products back and forth. But the professor completely rebuilt the system to something a lot more useful. Of course, getting all the infrastructure in place was a gigantic pain in the... I can only imagine. We have to be on our way. Thank you for your help. No problem. I don't know what you're using it for. Be careful, that gasoline it has a tendency to fireball. Alright, let's get to that landing port. Which I know I saw. I just don't remember which place the port was. Leaving up here. Oh, yeah, it was up here. Let's see if it was down below. Hi, need a flight? The westbound airship just departed a few moments ago. No, thank you. We don't need an airship right now. Actually, we need to talk to Gustav, was it? You mean the maintenance chief? He's not here at the moment. What do you mean not here? He went to Lacestone Fortress 2 or 3 days ago. Some kind of repair emergency on a patrol ship. Lacestone Fortress? As in the largest base in the Royal Army out by Lake Valeria? Up in the north part of Zeiss? Wonderful. He won't be coming back from there anytime soon. What do we do about the professor's request? I don't know anything about that, but the chief is actually on his way back. He just sent word to us. Oh, hey, Airship. Speak of the devil. An orange airship. Hold the phone. Since when are public airships orange? No, that doesn't look like a regular public airship. The shape is wrong, and it's got work arms all over it. Now that you mention it, that's a central factory vessel from Louis. It's the same model as the public transports, but it has several modifications. It's used for large-scale maintenance and transport. Huh, a flying factory. Then the maintenance chief is on that airship? That's right. Now's your chance. You need to talk with him, no? We do, thanks a lot. Yes, thank you. What do you want? Livens has a mountain of parts stored on her. It's dangerous, so stand clear. Actually, we're looking for someone. Isn't there a maintenance chief by the name of Gustav on the ship? What do you want with me? Oh, well, that's convenient. Ah, you're running errands for Russell, are you? But a combustion engine, huh? Well, you've got good timing, I'll give you that. Huh? Hang on a second. Does he actually have one packed onto the ship? Looks like it. Here you go. It's a heavy beast though, so be careful. Wow, you aren't kidding. We can still manage to carry it. You've got some spirit to you for such a young girl. I like it. Thanks. It's a pretty interesting little coincidence that old fart wants this thing right after I got it back from the military. Huh? From the military? Yeah, this thing's on loan to them for a little while. They're using it for some kind of research. As a matter of fact, I only just got it back today. Lucky for us. What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Now that we've got what we need, why don't we take it back to the professor? Sure thing. Thank you, Mr. Maintenance Chief. Sure. Give my regards to the old man. We're back. And we brought what you asked for. Excellent. Thank you. You weren't kidding about how heavy this thing is. Yes, your brute strength is most useful, girl. Perfect timing, too, as I've just finished preparing the tools. All that's left is to set up the engine and put gas in. You'll go and put on the finishing touches, Tita? Yes, sir. And it's all set. Wow, this thing is really clunky looking. Are all of these engines like this? Yeah, it converts the energy given by burning gas to power the tools. So this way they don't need orbital energy. Indeed. Now let's not dawdle. Let me flip the switch. And click. This thing sure makes a racket. Definitely a lot louder than orbital engines. That's one of its drawbacks, yes. But I doubt we need to fear activating the black orbit this way. Let's get started. Ooh. Whoa. That's some serious sparkage. Okay, shut it down for now. We've seen how much physical punishment it can take and how much punishment our ears can take as well. Estelle and the others crowd around to get a closer look. A tiny scratch is faintly visible. That's it? That's incredible, and with that special alloy saw, too. Whatever it's made of, it's tougher than anything I've ever seen. But if we keep at it, I believe this would work. We're going to go through quite a few saw blades, though. So it's going to be a real test of patience, then. Hey, Professor, can I talk to you for a second? Oh, have you already finished the modifications? Of course I have. Remember who you're talking to. Anyway, what is it? Is something wrong? I just received a message from the hotel in Elmo for you. The orbital-powered pump that supplies hot water for their spa has broken down. Since they can't make any money like this, they'd like for you to come and try to fix it. Alright, you must be kidding. Damn it, of all the times for this to happen. If you're that busy, why don't you send another engineer over? No, that pile of junk is at least 40 years old. The younger techs have no idea what to do with anything that's not state-of-the-art. What a pain in the... Grandpa, maybe I could go over and do the repairs, you think? Tita? You took me there to help with maintenance before. I think it'll be fine if I go. I'm sure you do a fine job on the repairs. That's not what concerns me. Agreed, there are monsters out on the road. But we can't just leave Mrs. Mal like this. If that's the problem, why don't you let us handle this? Huh? It's a racer's duty to ensure the safety of Liberal's roadways. Therefore, seeing that Tita arrives at her destination safely is our responsibility. Well, that's another story. If you're all with her, then we don't need to worry. Alright then. Thank you. Are you sure this is okay? Don't worry about it. Kids shouldn't slip the details so much. If you're ready then, let's go. Thank you. Thank you both. Okay, Grandpa and Mr. Murdoch. We'll be back soon. Take care, dear. Be careful out there. Okay.
Hope you enjoyed this episode of The Trixie Show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, or even join Miss Trixie for all the upcoming shows.